bad, me sick, me Reggaeville.
Reggaeville family, it is Sunday at SummerJam 2023. With me is Nattali Rize, who graced the stage today with her band, with her wicked female drummer. And you said it already in a teaser online. It's been long time since you touched this continent. So how did this return to Europe and this show today feel?
It felt so good. Bless up SummerJam, the whole squad here. Yeah, this was definitely the perfect place to land and start the Liberate tour in Europe. The whole squad is ready. We're coming from 10 weeks in the USA, so we've been working hard, but we were ready all the time. We're like in our minds, yep, we're gonna be ready for the European summer by the time this tour done. So we reach and we give thanks. It's such a beautiful Sunday. The weather has been perfect, and yeah. It's a vibe. And Tash, you were talking about Tash, the female drummer. I think she just gained like a whole new level of fans today. Yeah. I think like 16 people done stopped me already. Go, oh, you're a female drummer. Yeah, but she's serious business.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not even about her being male or female, but the sound she has. Yes. Because I heard the sound first outside and was like, yo, wicked.
Mad, yeah. And then you come in and see a female behind the drums, like, yo.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's that. You have already released music. Even prior to the tour, we got to experience 2 new songs of yours. This World with Kabaka Pyramid is a combination. Please tell me a bit about the song. You mentioned what is wrong in this world, several topics in the song: economy, refugees being victims of greed. Yep. Tell me a bit more, what specifically motivated this song?
You know, we had such a wicked, that production is by a man named Stu Brooks, who wrote the beats, and sometimes the beat just, that's how we hear it. Like we hear a beat and it kind of commands well, for me it commands a particular message, you know, or it sounds like this style, you know, or like this is what this song wants to say through me. And me and Kabaka vibed that tune together like a while ago. Actually, we had written it maybe 2 years ago or maybe more, you know, and then along the way we sort of kept working on it and tweaking it. But yeah, what's going on in this world? It's like something is wrong in this world. From the moment you're born, you gotta be strong if you wanna live long in this world. So we're moving on in this world. Yeah, unity strong in this world, because it's exactly that, you know. Like I think we wrote it at the same time, Kabaka and me, so we were just vibing off each other's. We'd get a line and that would inspire the other line, and it wasn't like let's make this song about this. It was just like someone said something, then someone picked up and someone said something like this, and it did end up, you know, me and Kabaka, we write music, conscious music. That's our main thing, you know, like lyrically for the people, you know. That's our main thing, and that's why we collaborate so well together. So yeah, we talk about the refugee situation. We talk about how in these times you come out of the womb and they want to inject you with a number of poison before you're even out of the hospital. Like, this is some tough times to come out. At the same time, you also see the youngest generation being extremely talented, extremely tuned in, extremely they seem ahead of the cusp. Like, sometimes consciously, kids are starting to walk faster and people are starting to live longer. So there's like this, it's like this, what's going on? There's so much is wrong, but guess what? Our unity is strong, and when we lean on our human resources and the real resources, which is our time and our energy, where we put and aim those things is what will dictate where we're gonna go as a global family, because we're not separate. We're not separate from people fleeing their homes because of war and conflict that is driven by greed. We're not separate from that. It's all connected. And so yeah, where do we and those things we can't necessarily control, but we can control where we put our time and energy, and that's what it's about. It's like, people say, do you vote? And I'm like, I don't need to necessarily vote in an election. I vote every single day with what I do and what I say and where I put my resources and where I put my time and my energy, you know. And that's really changed, because we can't put faith and all of the hope in political systems. Like a long time ago of just like I used to, and that was a long time ago. And it's like, no, I look out from the stage and I see people, I see human beings who are having very human experience, going through all of the emotions and the ups and the downs of what it's like. We're all doing this crazy inner work. We're finding ourselves again. It's like the world is the heart is just trying to crack open, and people are here for it, but it's uncomfortable and can be ugly, but it's also the most powerful and beautiful work to do. So I feel like songs like This World capture that the reality of the harsh reality, but that also our unity is strong, and no matter what, we're going to be here because it's where we belong. So yeah.
And speaking of a strong unity, this is not the first time you collaborated with Kabaka. Tell me a bit about the relationship that the two of you have.
Yeah, it's just like, what it's like in Jamaica. There is so much talent. There is so much incredible singers and lyricists. And it's like, I think the first night we met, we did Generations Will Rise. We also wrote and partially recorded a song called Braveheart, which is going to be on the new album too. And we still love it. Like we listened to the mixes on the Calling tour in the USA, and it's great when a song that you write so long ago, because I think we met like maybe 2015, 2014 maybe, like we're going on 10 years. So we still really love this song Braveheart anyway. I think that when you find your tribe, in all things, in music, in art, in relationships, in whatever you're doing in life, you find your tribe. And yeah, you always just, I feel like I could write several albums with Kabaka, so I'm just gonna hassle him until that happens. I'm kidding.
We'll look out for that.
Yeah. Put in a word for me. I'm kidding.
You heard it, And you did another song also, Liberate, together. Yeah, Liberate with Judy Mowat, the living legend. How was working with her? You recorded together at Tough Gong. How was that like?
Can you see my smile? Yo, it was so incredible. Like, honestly, I literally grew up to the sound of her voice from my mom. Thank you so much for having the greatest taste in music. Like, she just raised me on this catalog of people like women like Judy Mowat, and honestly, I can't even count the amount of times she was just a part of the music in my upbringing. So to just even think about doing a song with her was, it's a huge deal. If you had asked me 10 years ago, it's not, it doesn't seem like it could ever be possible. But step by step and bit by bit, and I created this song Liberate, and it sounded to me like her generation. It sounded like that era, and I got Aston Jr. Barrett to do the production, as well as Monty on guitar and Javon Genius on keys. And so it really got the tribe together to capture that sound. And then I had the song and I wasn't even sure if getting Judy was a reality. And then somewhere along the line I met someone that gave me a link to Judy. We met, she messaged me, and I was just like, oh my God, Judy Mowat messaged me. Like, I'm not shy to say, she is like, honestly, I'm like a huge fan. And then fast forward and we have a Tough Gong session. I'm gonna meet her for the first time. And she arrived early, and I was early, and I was like, oh my God, she's early. That's awesome. She came by herself. Like, I go to sessions by myself. I don't have like an entourage of people, It's just like, we go in to do the work. And she got on the mic, and I was just like floored. I was like, first of all, she's in there recording on a song with me. That's in itself just mind-blowing. And then she's in there singing like a beast. Her voice is a force of nature to this day. Like, and she's so sweet and she's so humble, and she would sit with me, and like I asked her some questions and she told me some stories, and I just was like, yo, this is why we call these people legends, because they like were instrumental in creating such an epic, all-encompassing, omnipotent spark that is reggae music and conscious music, and from the soul. You feel it in her voice and in her being, that she's very beautiful, very humble, very spiritual. And I can't say enough good things about Judy and about the song, that I love it. And the whole album is called Liberate, so it's a comprehensive package for liberation.
Okay. So you mentioned the title. So the album, how ready is the album by now?
The album is so ready. There's like people keep asking me, and I'm like, I keep wanting to say exactly when. I don't have an exact date. There is one last element that is just gonna tweak, and that's it. It's ready. So I'm very excited. It's gonna be this year, in the next couple of months.
Okay, and can you reveal at this point any more things like how many tracks, or what do you want to reveal?
Well, the album is called Liberate. There's a number of collaborations on there. We have some that you already have heard with Kumar and Kabaka. We have the next one with Kabaka. I have one with my girl Minori, who has been solidly touring with me in the US for the past 2 years. And what else can we say? There's a great production on there by a man named Winter James. 2 productions by Winter. Another one by Stu Brooks. The great mixing mastery of Bonsai. All of my songs pretty much go to him exclusive. They do. And there's 12 tracks. I think it's 12 or 13 if I didn't forget any of them. They're like children. You have to count them. I've been with them for a while. But 12, 13.
Okay, wonderful. We're super looking forward to that, for you to release the children to the world.
No.
In the meantime, the one very interesting project you participated in, I wanted to just talk about that as well briefly. The Get Growing campaign that you did, the Rising Seeds. Tell me a bit, how did this come about, the idea behind that?
So when the planet shut down because of COVID, I was staying with my sister in Jamaica, and she was one of the directors for Itopia Life. So it's the cannabis company there, dispensary, and she is basically the brains behind it, because guess what? We're all locked down, and what better time to start growing your own food? When you realize that someone can flick a switch and just turn off resources, you have to be ready to be self-sufficient, to be self-sustaining, and to have a sovereign food source so that you know what goes in it. I mean, again, what it comes back to is what have we got? Skills, time, and energy. That's what's going to prolong our experience and quality of life. So, and Justice, also known as Joan, she really knows this. So she spearheaded the whole Keep Growing movement, and she got me to be one of the ambassadors. And yeah, of course, for me, I'd always wanted to grow my own vegetables and make my own garden, but I'm always on tour and nothing survives. So I was like, this is actually perfect. I'm so down, and grew some food and managed to bring along a whole heap of people from around the planet who were growing with me, which was really sweet. We had vegetable gardens here in Germany, we had them in Switzerland and France, and we have veggie plots all over in the USA and in Australia. So I think it was a nice campaign to remind people and encourage ourselves, because we started sharing community and amongst the community tricks to growing. Like, some people would put some vinegar in this pot and it helps with this, and if you chop it this way it makes it grow that way, and everyone has like all these tricks of like, and that's the human resource again. So so that was a real joy. Did you grow?
I'm always growing, because I have a little own garden, so we're always trying a little thing here and there.
Okay, yeah.
Some works, some doesn't.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You win some, you lose some.
So Get Growing, and of course the music will grow, the album will come. So for that, best of luck, Nattali. Looking forward to hearing the music, and thanks for sharing with us today.
Anytime, every time.
Me mad, me sick, me Reggaeville.